Ever wonder why Florida's economy is growing faster than some of the most powerful states? Well, let's take a step back and picture the United States, a vast, vibrant patchwork of economies. Among these, there's one state that seems to catch the sun just a bit more. That's right, we're talking about Florida, the Sunshine State. Here, economic growth is not just a number ticking up on a spreadsheet. It's a tale etched into the very geography of the state. Today, we're diving headfirst into the reasons behind Florida's economic surge and the role that geography plays in this fascinating narrative. Now, Florida is not your typical state. It's a peninsula, a finger of land jutting out into the sea, surrounded by water on three sides. This unique geographical position gifts Florida with an extended coastline, a feature that has opened doors, quite literally, to bustling ports and international trade. These ports, like gateways of commerce, connect Florida to the world beyond its borders. They help facilitate the hustle and bustle of trade between the Americas and further afield. But it's not just about moving goods in and out. These ports also welcome a steady stream of tourists, drawn by the state's warm climate and scenic beauty. This geographical advantage does more than just boost Florida's tourism sector. It positions Florida as a crucial link, a vital cog in the global trade machine. The state's extended coastline and strategic location have enabled it to leverage its ports in a way that drives its economy forward. But let's not forget about Florida's interior. The state's fertile lands support a robust agricultural sector, and its extensive phosphate reserves are a boon to global agriculture. These geographical features, combined with its coastal advantages, create an economic mix that's uniquely Floridian. Indeed, geography has laid a solid foundation for Florida's economic powerhouse. The state's economic growth story is truly a testament to the power of place, a vivid demonstration of how geography can shape and influence economic destinies. So as we delve deeper into the other factors that contribute to Florida's economic surge, remember this: it all starts with the lay of the land. It's not just the sun and sand that make Florida shine. That's right. This sun-kissed state is more than just a postcard-perfect paradise. Its warm weather and scenic beaches are indeed a magnet for tourists from around the globe. But there's a lot more to the story. Consider this. Each year, millions of tourists flock to Florida, drawn by its tropical climate and natural beauty. From the sun-drenched sands of Miami Beach to the tranquil shores of the Florida Keys, the state's beaches are a veritable playground for both the adventure seekers and the relaxation enthusiasts. But the economic impact of tourism extends well beyond the beach. It infuses life into local businesses, supports jobs, and generates significant revenue, making tourism a cornerstone of Florida's economy. Yet Florida's unique geography offers more than just a tourist haven. It serves as a strategic outpost for global trade. Occupying a vantage point at the crossroads of the Atlantic and the Americas, Florida plays a pivotal role in international commerce, particularly with Latin America. Its bustling ports, from Miami to Jacksonville, are teeming with activity, handling billions of dollars worth of goods each year. These ports aren't just gateways for goods, but they are also economic powerhouses in their own right. They fuel job creation, stimulate local economies, and contribute significantly to the state's coffers. They also enhance Florida's role as a crucial bridge between North and South America, making it a vital link in the global supply chain. So while the allure of Florida's beaches might first draw you in, it's the state's dynamic role in global tourism and trade that truly underpins its economic vitality. It's a fascinating interplay of geography, economy, and culture that makes Florida a standout in the American economic landscape. So the next time you're enjoying a Florida beach, remember there's a lot more to this state's economy than meets the eye. Behind the scenes of its vibrant tourism sector is a bustling world of trade, powered by its strategic location and robust port infrastructure. It's this intricate tapestry of tourism and trade that truly makes Florida shine. Florida's economic story isn't just about its coastline. It's also about the fertile land underfoot, the robust agricultural sector it supports, and the treasure trove of phosphate reserves hidden beneath the surface. Let's start with the land. Florida's soil is a powerhouse of productivity. The state is a leading producer of citrus fruits, sugarcane, and other crops. The bounty of Florida's farms doesn't just fill grocery store shelves across the country, it also fuels the state's economy. Agriculture is an economic heavyweight. contributing tens of billions to Florida's gross state product each year. But it's not just the crops that make Florida's land so valuable. Beneath the surface lies one of the world's largest reserves of phosphate, a critical ingredient in agriculture. Phosphate is essential for plant growth, making it a key component in fertilizers used in farmlands across the globe. The phosphate industry in Florida is a major player in the global agricultural scene. Florida's mines produce millions of tons of phosphate rock every year, which is then shipped worldwide to help farmers grow their crops. This makes Florida not just a significant player, but a crucial link in the global food supply chain. Together, agriculture and phosphate mining form a formidable duo in Florida's economic mix. They create jobs, stimulate local economies, and contribute to the state's overall economic health. It's a symbiotic relationship, where the success of one sector boosts the other. The crops need the phosphate to grow, and the phosphate industry thrives on the demand created by the agricultural sector. But it's not just about the economic numbers. These industries also shape the lives of Floridians. They provide livelihoods, support communities, and form an integral part of the state's identity. Farming and mining aren't just industries in Florida, they're a way of life. In Florida, even the soil contributes to its economic might. From the citrus groves to the phosphate mines, the land and what lies beneath it play a vital role in the state's economic story. So the next time you enjoy a glass of Florida orange juice or marvel at the lush greenery of a farm field, remember, you're witnessing the fruits of Florida's fertile land and the power of phosphate. People aren't just flocking to Florida for its sunny weather. Indeed, the Sunshine State has a magnetic appeal that extends far beyond its azure skies and inviting beaches. It's a magnet for migration, with its population boom fueling a surge in economic growth. But what is it that draws people to Florida? And how does this influx of talent and investment reshape the state's economic landscape? Retirees have long been drawn to Florida's warm climate and relaxed lifestyle, with the state often topping the charts as a prime retirement destination. But it's not just about the golden years. Florida is attracting a younger, skilled workforce too. The state's robust job market, coupled with its low cost of living, is an irresistible combination for professionals seeking to maximize their earnings while enjoying a high quality of life. Then there's the allure of no state income tax. Yes, you heard that right. Florida is one of only 7 states in the US where residents aren't required to pay state income tax. This financial incentive is a significant pull factor, especially for high earners looking to stretch their dollars further. But it's not just about individual gains. This influx of people is triggering a ripple effect throughout the state's economy. More people mean more consumption, more demand for housing, more jobs, and ultimately more economic activity. In fact, this population boom is reshaping Florida's economic landscape. The state, once primarily known for its tourism and agriculture, is now seeing growth in sectors like technology, finance, and healthcare, driven by the arrival of skilled workers and investment. And let's not forget about the retirees. Their spending power contributes significantly to the local economy, while their demand for services like healthcare adds another dimension to Florida's economic diversification. As it turns out, Florida's appeal goes far beyond its sunny climate. The Sunshine State's economic boom is a testament to the power of migration and its ability to transform economies. It's a story of how a place blessed by geography and bolstered by smart policies can become a magnet for people and prosperity. But with growth come challenges. And like a hearty palm tree facing a hurricane, Florida's rapid economic expansion presents its own set of trials. Now, don't get me wrong, growth is fantastic, but it's a bit like a high-speed train. It's exhilarating until you notice the tracks are ending. One of the most pressing concerns is the environmental cost. Florida's unique ecosystems, from the Everglades to the coral reefs, are under threat. The state's booming industries and swelling population put immense pressure on these delicate habitats. Imagine a crowded dance floor with everyone jostling for space, and you'll have a pretty good idea of what's going on. And speaking of space, let's talk about infrastructure and housing. As more people flock to the Sunshine State, the demand for roads, schools, hospitals, and of course homes is skyrocketing. It's like inviting a few friends over for dinner and then realizing you've got the entire neighborhood at your doorstep. But here's the kicker. Florida's geography, which has been such a boon to its economy, is also part of the problem. The state's low-lying terrain makes it vulnerable to sea level rise, a looming shadow on the horizon. It's a bit like building a sandcastle near the tide line. You can only hold back the sea for so long. Now, none of this is to say that Florida is doomed. Far from it. Challenges, after all, are just problems in need of solutions. And it's up to Florida's leaders, industries, and residents to navigate these choppy waters. They'll need to balance the state's economic surge with sustainable practices, ensuring that the Sunshine State remains a beacon of growth for generations to come. Florida's geography has been a boon to its economy, but as we've seen, it's a double-edged sword. It remains to be seen how Florida will manage these challenges and continue its economic rise. But let's not forget, Florida is the Sunshine State, and where there's sun, there's light to guide the way.